Fight Fiend forecast is back for the forecast report. And this week, I'm bringing in a special guest, a very special guest. It's his wife's birthday yesterday or today. Let's talk to Prelim Tim.
Hey,
how are you,
everybody?
buddy?
I'm all right. Yeah, my wife's birthday yesterday. Shout out to her. She'll probably never watch this, but she's the one that lets me do all this. So
shout out to her,
Jordan. Yeah.
If she lets you do it, we got to shout her out. Big birthday for her, and it was your birthday the week before.
The week before, yeah, we're 8 days apart, but a couple years apart.
How many years apart?
3 years apart. She's 3 years younger than I am.
Okay, nothing serious, nothing crazy. Last night was a crazy night for some people. It was a tough start for you, Prelim Tim, but you managed to end with the same picks wrong as me. Same record of picks wrong. 9-4, 94th day of the year. I bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. No.
94th day of the year, and we both ended up with 9-4 on picks. That's something else. Started it off with a loss. I did.
Yeah.
I think Melissa Gatto, a year and 10 months was a little too long off. And I think the doctors in that one, we talked about it, probably should have stopped the fight. Yeah. Looking back at the replay, that was brutal. I
thought it was crazy that it was restarting.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I kind of couldn't focus on the rest of the fight that much after that. So I thought there was a chance that Gatto won, but I knew I didn't know completely because I didn't really see the whole fight after that. But yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody's complaining. So I guess that was a fair decision.
Yeah, probably because majority of people on Barboza in that one, if I'm not mistaken, looking back at Tapology picks. But Gatto, the line was 50-50. Money came back on her, and she didn't look as bad as I expected. That was a majority decision.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that brutal illegal shot, she could have won the fight and probably would have won the fight.
Right.
That was a brutal start.
Yes and no. I think she fought well, but I think the point deduction probably helped her be closer than she might have been too. So I don't know, but yeah, she's always a solid fighter. She's always game. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight, even besides the controversy.
And what I'm seeing here on the pick sheet, they forgot to add on Dakota Hope and Kai Kamaka. That was a short notice fight there. I was on the Dakota Hope side, short notice underdog. Went to a split decision, close fight, back and forth. Can't complain about that one.
Yeah. I was on Kamaka just based on knowing him from the UFC before, but I didn't bet that fight, just to pick on Kamaka.
Yeah, I didn't look into that one a whole lot. It was late in the week, left it off everything. I did have Barboza decision on a parlay or two, and I single bet Tresean Gore, which was the next pick. Prop Fiends, we talked about this one on the show. What a call by Arkansas MMA.
Yeah.
And I got in at 16-1 odds, Prelim Tim.
Yeah.
Like what?
That was huge. Yeah.
Those are huge odds. And I do have a picture of that one, that slide. I mean, 16-1 odds. That's crazy on the show. I think we gave out plus 850. So I don't know what changed or if Arkansas had the odds wrong, but I had to sprinkle down on that no matter what. Clear path to victory for Tresean. He won his last couple fights by submission. It came in round 3, though. We needed Koyev to gas out. He was en route to the win. He was looking so strong on the feet. Tresean was a fish out of water.
Right.
He really was.
That fight didn't really change how I think about Tresean Gore. I know he's cool to you, so I don't want to talk too badly about him. I just to say I don't really look to bet on him in the future because of this, but I do look to bet against Koyev because he looked like he didn't even want to be there in round 3. At the end of round 2, he was like done.
Yeah, I agree. I would bet against Koyev in the future. He gassed out, couldn't find the finish. Tresean held tough, found that submission late in round 3. It's not a fight where I'd want to bet on either guy moving forward.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a bet against both spot here in the
props to
future.
Trayshawn now for breaking him. Like he definitely willed that fight out. He won it by heart. So
Yeah.
he's a sick guillotine too. So
Yeah. Go-to guillotine win there. Go-to in a much needed situation. If not, he would have been cut. I thought he already was, but he might be around for another fight or two. That was a huge win for Trayshawn Gore. Much needed. Well, much needed. And we had a prop Fiend cycle on the submission. I went with, who was it? Rakhman Yakyayev. Yeah, that was another submission on the card this week. Big odds. He was expected to win by KO, and we added that one with Tommy McMillan KO and Barboza decision. We just talked about that one. That was a nice little treble bet. A cycle is what I called it.
Yeah.
Prop Fiend cycle.
I noticed you didn't put any of my plays on this cycle.
I had one. I had another cycle. I had another one, but I had a submission cycle and it didn't hit.
Yeah, I was going to say, imagine what you would have won if you put Moicano by submission on there.
I had Moicano, bro. I had Moicano submission, Yakyayev submission, and Venata submission.
Oh shit! Well, I blew it for you on that one. Well, I'm sure we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, let's get back to the other slides on this show. We'll go back to the locks of the week. We're gonna get right into this Darius Flowers fight with Lando Venata, where Venata did not get the submission. I did bet it in a little cycle bet, submission cycle. Flowers, though, he had that slam in the end of round 3, late in that fight.
Round 2, I think, actually.
Yeah, the start of round 2, he got the finish. Late round 1, he landed that big slam.
Yes, yeah.
And that caused problems for Lando. He was really looking good early, and then after the slam, Lando was pretty well done. Early round 2, it was over.
I thought the fight was over when he slammed him.
Me too.
You could tell that Lando was hurt. I thought they were going to stop it, but they let it keep going. He looked like maybe he was okay at the start of the second. But then he got taken down, and then he just was done.
Yeah, he went full poker face because the body language didn't look great when he did get slammed initially. I thought it was going to be stopped, but he stayed strong enough to go out there round 2 and then soon get stopped. He was my dog of the week, Darius Flowers, so I was just pumped to get the win there in that spot.
Yeah.
You know, it was one where it was a dog or pass situation, not too confident in the pick. Never even single bet Darius Flowers for the win. My dogs were so goddamn cold, Tim.
Yeah. So, I'm glad that you got one through finally. I know you put a ton of work into all this. I just don't know what to do with this now, though. Venata, obviously, I don't know if he'll be back. It was weird that he was there in the first place. Don't really want to bet him going forward. He looks like maybe he's fragile after taking so much time off. And then Flowers wasn't looking good at all, just like his other fights. But then he now has 2 slam knockouts in just, I think, 5 UFC fights, including the Contender Series. And he's not even really a wrestler. So that's kind of a crazy stat. But, I don't know about either of these guys. Definitely a weird outcome. And definitely don't want to bet on Venata again. Because I was feeling pretty good about that, and it didn't go well. So.
Yeah, very weird outcome, man. Like, Flowers won last night, how he won on the Dana White Contender Series. He was 0 for 3 in the UFC, and Venata was looking good. Will he be back? Like, I don't know, man. I don't think so. Like, hard to bring Lando Venata back again, especially if he takes a long layoff. Even if he comes back quick, I don't know what the odds would be, but hey, like, we've seen some wide odds on this event. 10-1 underdogs, 7-1 underdogs. I don't think it matters who they throw in that octagon. Trayshawn Gore was 5-4 pre-fight tonight or last night there. So maybe he will be back. They made this matchup in the first place. 3 for 3 on props of the week. Prelim Tim, absolute sweep with
that's nice.
The under Alessandro Costa. We both seen eye to eye there. It was nice to hit that one, get that finish.
Loved Costa. It's really hard to go 3 for 3. So props to you for doing that. I think I done it once, and Arkansas did it once. I don't remember about AJ, but it's not easy to do. So.
No, not easy. Nope, not easy. The value prop came through. We just said, yeah, I have submission. He was favored by the KO. I had a good read on the submission. Had that read a few times where the guy that's favored by KO just doesn't get it done. There's another way he can win. And 3 wins out of his last 4 were by submission. So to get that kind of number, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one looked like obvious now. So that was a good call.
Yeah, he didn't even go for the KO, eh? It was all submission, takedown, submission. I'm going to do what I'm best at.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I said. Like, he's definitely best at the submission, so I have no clue why he's favored by KO.
Yeah.
Like, Brenson would be more alive for the KO, in my opinion, in that fight.
Right.
Potentially. Prop Fiends, we're live. Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I did put a lot of work into that dog of the week. Like Prelim Tim said, I made a video dog of the week. He said he was like Khabib. He was going to be a champion. Well, he went 0 for 3 in the UFC, finally picked up the win as an underdog. It was a spot I was not a whole lot confident in betting, but it was a really good video. Put a lot of work into the pick. And this week, we're looking to go back to back and Burke again. Darius Flowers for the win. Let's fucking go. Shadow Realm, Lando was sent there. Haley Cowan, what's his name? Stuart Nickel, Zucchini, Estevam. Yeah. Estevam was one underdog this week where a lot of people were thinking he was going to win. He was definitely a public underdog. And based off of that, I was pretty confident in Ethan Ewing. So that was one guy I was glad that got sent to the Shadow Realm out of these 5.
Right. Estevam, I was interested in because he's landed like 11 takedowns in a fight before. So, but I had a feeling that Ewing's one of those guys who has a little bit of a wrestling background and he just doesn't go to it. Kind of like Michael Chandler, kind of like Justin Gaethje. And I thought if he could stop Estevam from getting enough takedowns, that there wasn't really anything else Estevam was going to be able to do to him. Ewing has really good hands, obviously. So it was kind of like the same thinking as I had on Costa versus Nickel. And so I was on Ewing there. Unfortunately, I thought Ewing was alive for a late finish, which he got, but I didn't place a bet on it. So, yeah. But a good look for Ewing. I'm excited to see where he goes from there.
Yeah, that was a great look, especially after his debut versus Malcolm Wellmaker took the O on him. And now another O had to go.
Yeah.
What a great start for Ewing there. And I think he's going to have a good UFC career. Like you said, he fights like Gaethje and Chandler. Very exciting style. Ended up finding that finish late in this fight with the left hook to the liver. Yeah, that was a nice body shot. That was beautiful, the way he set that one up. And then right after him, it was Yakiayev with the submission round 1. Right before that, Tommy McMillan put Zucchini
that
out.
Fight.
Yeah, he put him out. They were swinging back and forth. It got real crazy. Very untechnical. Yeah. I want to say that. It was not technical at all.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think McMillan has to grapple going forward because as he steps up in competition, that's not going to work for him.
No, that was sloppy as fuck. Yeah. That was sloppy as fuck. Yeah. That was sloppy. Anyways, he's going to the casino, and that's another thing. If he's just focused on spending his money that way, it could be a tough career. And yeah, I could see a loss for sure coming up. Sloppy striking. He ended up getting the round 1 finish. His knees up the middle are good, Prelim Tim. If he finds those knees to the liver, he's going to shut a lot of guys down. If not, slow them down.
I think he needs to wrestle and grapple. He's good at both. If he does knees out of the clinch and then goes for takedowns, mixes that up, I think he's a good fighter. But he just can't refuse to look for wrestling the way he was. I mean, he looked for it a little bit, but he didn't take like a real shot where you could tell he was definitely trying to get a takedown. He was kind of pummeling at times, looking for drags, but he never really shot a complete takedown. I'd like to see him wrestle. He's good. He's good at jiu-jitsu too. So I'm interested to see where he goes. He's definitely got talent, but he can't just slug it out with somebody and expect to win versus higher level competition.
Yeah, realistically, it's because he probably knew he could get away with it in this fight as such a big favorite. Zucchini was a vegetable and got cooked like one. Round 1. Round 1. Finish him. Finish him. Yeah, definitely interested to see what Tommy McMillan brings to the UFC in the future. Work on the striking a little bit. He should be fine. He's working with Sean O'Malley, Tim Welch in Arizona. He's working with a great team there in the lab. Become a forecaster on all platforms. Highlighted stories on Instagram are where you're going to see some of the wins, props of the week, links to the videos, and we have a big giveaway coming up. You're going to want to stay forecasted for this one. Prelim Tim is en route to 100 subscribers, and we are giving out $100. Doing a giveaway wheel once he hits that 100 plateau. On the show, we're going to do a maybe whole separate show just for the giveaway. So stay forecasted on this platform, Fight Fiend Forecast. Prelim Tim and me will be giving out $100 once he gets to 100 subs. So thank you to Prelim Tim joining the shows each and every week. And shout out to you, all the hard work you put in on YouTube each and every week. Let's get you to 100.
Yeah, thanks for the support. It'd be cool for more people to be watching. I put a lot of time into the videos I'm making now. So, yeah, everybody subscribe if you haven't already.
And everybody, prayers up. Christine Joy lost her mother at the start of the week. It's been a rough one. We've supported her throughout the week, sent her some extra money, some donation money, and lots of love was sent her way this weekend. Prayers up, Christine. You have a friend in Fight Fiend Forecast and Prelim Tim.
Yeah, Christine, I hope your family's doing okay. Sorry to hear about what happened, and hopefully this helps you out.
Yeah, she's been a big help to us in the live chats, being active, commenting on videos, liking videos. Very loyal forecaster. Much appreciation, Christine, and prayers up to you and your family. We got one of the best portions of the show to finish it off. Prelim Tim, this is unexpected for you. Not sure if you're aware that this was coming up. Maybe you forgot about it, but please
I did.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I think that Dariush might be a tough opponent for Duncan, given that he just dominated Renato Moicano, and then Moicano obviously just beat Duncan. But it's still an interesting fight. Dariush seems a lot more fragile, so Duncan could possibly finish him. I would be more confident of Duncan to get a finish against Dariush than I was against Moicano. And for Osim, I'm excited to see fight anybody. He's got a very interesting style to me. I love how he limits offense from his opponents. So, yeah, Duncan still should be hot. Like, he didn't look bad in that fight. It was just when it got to Matt, Moicano was just levels above most people in the UFC. So, I mean, Duncan's still an exciting matchup in the UFC for anybody, and both of these guys I feel like are decent opponents.
Yeah, some bad blood there last night with Duncan Moicano, former teammates, people in the gym had to pick a side. You know, I think we could just all pick a side and head straight to France, maybe London, and see Duncan and Frisiam. This would be a high-level fight, bottom of the ranks, 155. And if you want to pump up Chris Duncan, quick finish, get back in the win column, get some confidence back, give him Dariush retirement fight. It looks like Dariush is soon to be done. He had a fight get pulled recently, so he's kind of due to get one rescheduled here. I could see that matchup. Not as confident that I will see it compared to the Frisiam one. But is there anyone else, Prelim Tim, you might have thought Chris Duncan could be up against next other than these two? Or are these maybe
off
the
the top
two
of my head? No, yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, I'm not ready to pull anybody out.
Yeah, I try to do it for the loser on the main event each and every week. Just try to call out the future matchup, their next matchup. I'm more confident to see Frisiam. Maybe it's in London, France, something like that. A couple months. I just really have a feeling that's going to happen. Looking at the ranks, it is a fight to make. But hey, I'm not a matchmaker. They know what they're doing, putting Flowers and Lando Venata together. You know, they know what they're doing, bringing back Melissa Gatto and Tresean Gore. I did call Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia matchup, and they ended up putting that one on the White House. So the next opponent on the forecast report has been pretty good. Interesting fight predictions.
I don't know how you feel about that, but I really like Diego in that fight.
For that fight, yeah, I like Diego. Diego is the play in DC.
You know, Chris Duncan, Michael Chandler would be an insane fight.
That
I
would
don't
be.
know. I don't know if Chandler is taking people like that at this point in his career. I think he wants like bigger names, but that would be a great fight and one you could put like on a main event of a smaller card or a co-main event.
Yeah, if Chandler was more active and willing to take those fights, I think it would be
Mm-hmm.
very likely to see that matchup. It would be very fun. Fight
Mm-hmm.
night somewheres. I'd love to see that. But Michael Chandler, where has he been? And when is he getting a fight?
Yeah, he's getting old. He spent a lot of time waiting for Conor McGregor, which, I mean, if Conor McGregor is going to come back, I'd still love to see Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor.
That'd be the fight to make.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I wanted to see. I did a couple videos on it. What's his name? Joey MMA. He has a completely different opinion on that. He does not think Michael Chandler's deserving of the fight anymore, but I 100% think that's the fight to make, Prelim Tim.
Yeah, it's a good fight. You got to give Conor somebody he'll be competitive against. And a lot of these younger people, he's just not at that point in his career anymore where it would be a very good fight.
And after the long layoff for Chandler, you got to give him the red panties night. He waited so long. He did the Ultimate Fighter with Conor McGregor. For fuck's sakes, you're not giving him the fight with Conor now? We as the people, the fans, have waited how long to see that fight, and now we might get something different.
It should be the main
Jorge
event of the White
Masvidal.
House. Yeah. I don't like that fight. What's
imagine?
Masvidal been doing? Like,
Come on.
Yeah. I think it should be Chandler McGregor should have been the main event of the White House. I don't know why it's not, but
yeah, fumble of the bag there for sure. Other possible matchup for McGregor could be Max Holloway. Check out the giveaway video I did. Someone's gonna win some free money.
Max
Someone
Holloway
is gonna win.
tunes him up though. That's not a good fight for Conor.
Yeah, that's also a questionable comeback fight for the Notorious. And I do believe someone said Max Holloway was going to be the matchup for McGregor coming back. So I think I do have a giveaway winner. We're just waiting to see who is the official comeback fight for Conor McGregor. It is not officially released yet. Just rumors, speculation. We're here talking about it. Hopefully we can confirm it soon.
Do we know what weight he's coming back at?
I'd say welterweight. It'd be a tough weight cut to 155 at this point in his career. So much time off.
Yeah.
And Jorge Masvidal would have been a 170. So Max Holloway might not even be the fight. Max Holloway had to move up to 155 recently from 145.
So just looking at welterweight real quick, I think that Daniel Rodriguez is an okay matchup for him. Gabriel Bonfim, I think, is a fun fight. And then like Joaquin Buckley and Leon Edwards would be fun fights. I mean, you just got to give him somebody that's not going to take him down too much, which actually might disqualify Edwards because if he has the advantage, he does look for takedowns.
Yeah, I could see him fighting Leon.
Mm-hmm.
The lock parlay prelim, Tim, I had 3 locks of the week, and they were minus 200 just to win. I had to change it up. I had to juice it up. I put 7 units down. I was holding my breath, grasping for air. We got it done. 33 units profit, my friend.
Yeah, you were hitting everything last night. Like I told you on just talking you and I, you were in the Matrix last night. Yeah.
Remember the parlay we made that we didn't post?
Yeah.
People might get mad if we talk about that one. Oh,
yeah, you hit pretty big on that.
That was dumb. I put $75 down, unit and a half, and walked away with over $1,000 on that one.
I forgot exactly what it was, but it was over 1,000. Yeah,
20 unit banger on 1 unit.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts. And we're gonna do it again next event, each and every event if we can. If not, we still manage the bankroll wisely. We're talking units on this show. I have a bankroll that's comfortable for me. Set one that's comfortable for you. And let's fucking get money next week. UFC 327. I got my picks ready. I got the content ready. And Prelim Tim is cooking up, about to join a Discord channel. So join my Discord for free. And Prelim Tim's going to start posting some of his content in his own channel in my Discord this week. And to finish the show, we're going to plug it out. The $100 giveaway one more time. Prelim Tim, take it off with that 100.
Yeah, Prelim Tim on YouTube. I do mostly short videos. Every now and then I'll do a longer form. Like last week, I did a quick leans where I just ran through the entire card and gave my first looks for each fight. It was about 25 minutes. Most of my videos are 2 minutes or less. I try to give content on my favorite fights every week. It'd be cool if everybody started following.
Go follow Prelim Tim. 100% chance to win $100 in a giveaway wheel once he gets 100 subs. This is the Forecast Report Show for UFC Vegas 115. Money Moicano, the problem, Chris Duncan. And we got a motherfucking problem. We made some money. We're fired up. We got momentum. So please subscribe and smash that like button. We'll be back. Stay forecasted. Yeehaw! Woo!